This past summer, USA Basketball had a Princeton feel, with reigning Ivy League Rookie of the Year Bella Alarie competing for the Under-19 national team at the FIBA World Cup in Italy, and head coach Courtney Banghart serving as an assistant for the U23 squad in Tokyo.
You know, it's interesting when you travel internationally. So I've been to Africa and I've been to Australia with Princeton basketball. And whenever you take a Princeton trip, you're going to have an element of service and you're going to have an educational experience of real significance. When you're traveling with USA Basketball, it's a basketball experience. And so there's a lot less interest in making sure that we get enough cultural food and enough cultural learning and enough service opportunities. It's about basketball. So we actually didn't get to see as much of the country as we would have had I traveled with Princeton, but I got to see a lot of gyms. I got to do a lot of basketball and see a lot of film. So it truly was a business trip.
We stayed in Udine for most of the time. It's kind of just a small town, not a lot going on there, but we had one day where we got to travel to Venice, which was super cool. My favorite part about Italy was definitely the food. The pizza there is just unreal, so we definitely took advantage of that opportunity. I think I ate probably 20 pizzas on that trip.
On the U19 roster, Alarie was surrounded by some of the best players in the nation, from powerhouse programs like UConn, Texas, and South Carolina. Still, though, she managed to stand out, starting all 7 games and averaging 7 points and 8 rebounds while leading the team in blocked shots.
I think the biggest adjustment was just finding my role on the team. I know when I play for Princeton, I'm more of a dynamic guard forward. I can kind of be put in a lot of different positions, but here they decided, okay, you're the tallest girl on the team, we're going to make you a forward.
Meanwhile, Banghart, who's been the head coach at Princeton since 2007, took advantage of the opportunity to once again function in a supporting role.
To be an assistant again was really fun. I mean, the role of an assistant coach is really different than that of a head coach. And to have that interaction with the players and to have that, have those responsibilities shift in terms of different things that I was responsible for than I am on a daily basis here in this role was actually really fun. I enjoyed it. I took every advantage I had in terms of my interaction with the guards who I worked with while I was out there, and it was just a really memorable experience.
While basketball is basketball, international competition exposed Alarie and Banghart to a slightly different version of the game.
The international game is really different. It's different because it's a lot faster. There's a shorter shot clock. There's less. Coaches can't call timeouts. The clock only resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. You can't inbound into the backcourt. There's all these rules that force you to play up speed. And for a team that typically our team likes to run, it was a wonderful experience for me to see how quick the game can be played and how fast, but yet still together. That's what we aim to do here.
I was expecting just completely different basketball game. It's definitely sped up. It's definitely a lot of really skilled players out on the court, and I think the biggest difference is playing styles vary a lot team to team because everyone's from such different areas.
And despite her busy summer, Banghart was able to catch her star sophomore representing Princeton overseas.
It was so special to have her, come across the ocean and come watch me play. She's an incredible coach and supporter, and I think it was so nice to be able to look up in the stands and see a familiar face. I think it's just really special that, we have a coach here, and I have a coach that, would do that for me, would, travel across the ocean and watch me play.
It was really special to see Bella in that environment. I was on the recruiting road, and I left a recruiting gym and drove right to the airport and flew to Italy. And I was ironically on her father and brother's flight, which we were delayed about 5 hours in the airport. So it was just and then to land in Italy and be able to support her playing for USA and wearing a Princeton on my chest in pride for what she's done for here and what she's doing at the international level. It's something I won't quickly forget. And of course I was home for a day and then went out to my own USA Basketball experience. So it was the USA Basketball summer, and I think we're all better for it.